Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about if statements. I've already written up a bit of code for us here, and I'm going to help us walk through it today. So first I've declared a variable called Duke sucks, which is true, and we all know it. And then I check if Duke sucks is true, we print go heels. So let's see what happens when our code runs. Alright, we're getting go heels. So why doesn't any of this show up? Well, I've declared a variable called UNC sucks, which is false. And here I'm saying if UNC sucks. I'm just saying if the value of UNC sucks is true. Kind of like what we were doing up here, but this is more explicit. We're checking to see if Duke sucks equals true, whereas down here it means the exact same thing. If UNC sucks is true, it'll go in here, and since it's false, it's not going in here. So let's say we wanted to change this, and we didn't want to print go heels, and we wanted to print your opinion sucks. We could change that by asking if Duke sucks is not true, and we can ask the exact same thing of UNC sucks by putting an exclamation point before it. That means the exact same thing. So if it's not true, then it'll run, right? Wow, and see, we get the other one. So that's how to use an if statement. So next let's talk about if-else statements. So last night I was hanging out with my friend Kaki, and she told me that if at any given time she sees more than 3 cockroaches, she will combust. So I've kind of put that in code form, and that's pretty much exactly what we're saying here. Right now I have a variable called cockroaches, which is equal to 0, which I hope is the kind of existence you're living as well. And if cockroaches is greater than 3, we will print Kaki will combust. Otherwise, we print Kaki is safe. So right now we're printing Kaki is safe because cockroaches is not greater than 3. So this is false, and we go into this else statement. So what will happen if we change this to 10? God forbid this ever happens to you. Well, we see that cockroaches is greater than 3, so we enter here, and we print Kaki will combust. Something I've seen a lot of students trip up on is the syntax here. So for an if-else statement, you might hear Chris called an if-then-else. I've seen a lot of people trying to put a then keyword here, and that won't work. You can even think of it like, if this is true, we'll do this. Otherwise, we'll go through here with this else statement. All right, and for our last little note on if statements, we're going to talk about else if. So here I've written us a little musical example because there are 3 months that really stand out in my mind that have awesome songs, which is September, October, and December. So here I've said if the month is September, we'll print a little bit of Earth, Wind, and Fire September. If it's October, we'll print my fave, which is Spooky Scary Skeletons. And if it's December, we'll do Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Otherwise, we're going to say these months don't have musical holidays unless it's and if it's November, we're also going to print Get Together and Make a Turkey Day song already. Let's see, right now I have my month variable set to September, so let's see what prints. Alright, Badia, dance in September. So we checked this. The way this worked was we went here, we said if the month is September, that was true when we printed this. With if and else if statements, the first thing that you encounter as true is we're going to enter that code block and do what that code block says, but we're not going to check the rest of these because it's just like before with our if else. If this was true, we don't go here. We don't print this because this is true. It's the exact same thing here. So if I were to change this to December, it's going to print out All I Want for Christmas Is You. And that's because it went here and it said the month was not September. Okay, what about here? Okay, the month is not October. Great. Well, the month is December, so we're going to print this out, and we're not going to go into this else block. So if I did different month, like May, it's going to check all 3 of these conditions, and none of them will be true, so we'll go into the else and print these months don't have musical holidays. I've included here what's called a nested if statement, and that just means it's within one of the parts of this big old if statement. So it can be I could have put a nested if statement here, an else if, and right now I have an else. It's still a nested if statement. So I've put that condition here and saying if it's not any of these three and it is November, then that will print. So let's see if that works. November. All right, so it'll print what's in this else statement first, saying that these months don't have musical holidays, and then it checked this and it was true, and it will print this as well. Get it together and make a Turkey Day song already. All right, and that's pretty much all you need to know about if statements.